Okay, so let's just go straight to 12 by 12 because this is what you must do. If you want prosperity, if you want freedom, if you want to go forward, organize yourself in group of 12s. Without that organization, without that structure, I cannot help you. You must show the willingness to find yourselves into groups of 12. If you're 1, find 11. If you're 2, find 10 until you make the 12. Okay? And when you're in groups of 12, what we want to do is to organize you to get training in permaculture. And that training in permaculture, your training will be sponsored from Denmark by companies that we're going to organize in Denmark to sponsor your training in permaculture. When you've finished training in permaculture and you have your certificate, then you can continue in that same group of 12, or you can join another group of 12, you know, who you think you can work better with, or you can reorganize, but it must always be groups of 12. You don't have to be stuck in groups of 12. But I want you to, during the time of the training, to get to know each other, to get to develop ideas. But the focus is always like you're learning permaculture because that's your foundation, food security. Okay? But that foundation, it enables us to create an infrastructure, a financial infrastructure, where to send money. So my job on this side here is to go to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the one that used to employ my father, Mr. Anderson, throughout all these years, and going in the same line of organizing that Mr. Anderson was doing in terms of cooperatives. When he was in Zambia, it was ZCF. It was mainly for cooperatives. When we were in Kenya, it was mainly with farm input scheme. That means distributing inputs in farms. The same thing in Chikuni in Zambia before. Now we're talking about 76 until 79. That'll be 70. Yeah, that's Zambia. And then Kenya, the same thing continued until 84, from 79 until 84. And then when we came to Zambia, 84 until 89, it was the cooperatives, or 90, what I can't remember. Then when it came to Malawi, it became irrigation. And another time in Kenya, it was also soil and water conservation. So these are the issues that we face out there, and that was the work that my dad did. So organizing you into groups of 12 that deal with permaculture now is the most sensible thing that we can do. You have to be in those groups because I must go back, following where my father left off, following in the roots of what his philosophy was, what his beliefs were, because that's the only way I'm going to sell that story here to Denmark. You know, we need to sell a success story, you know. So that means we need to be getting the money from there, and they have to help us get the money to give to our people. As long as you are organized seriously and you work with structures, we can get you the money. What you need to do now is to have the faith and the strength and the focus to organize yourselves and believe, and just stay in those groups of 12. 12 by 12, 12 by 12, each group one account. Okay? And then we'll work out how you get your sponsorship for training in permaculture. Once you've done that, then the sponsorship will continue, but this time you will continue in whatever business venture you have decided to do together. Without the unity, no money. You must work together, and then you'll get help. There's no individualism here. Teamwork, teamwork, teamwork. Some of you, if you know you want to make a football team, make a football team. What we'll do, we'll get the football clubs here to support your football team. Make sure it happens. Basketball, netball, whatever. All these things are there. But regardless what you choose to do, bottom line, permaculture first. Okay? So we keep in line with the Anderson legacy. Because the permaculture will cover what my father was doing, and it will also cover what my mother was doing. So that's why we're doing this program. So that is the program for the continuation of the legacy at Gaesa Inn. You know, and that's what we're coming home in December to establish. By the time I come in December, I would like to know that the entire district is organized in 12 by 12, because we have so many selling points. You know, being Mchinji, we can sell this idea to all the people who supported Madonna coming to Mchinji. You know, we have everything. That library that we have at Gaesa Inn, it was established by Pete Fleming, you know. and from the University of UPenn, I believe, and there's also some students from UCLA. But what I want to say, and Harvard, what I'm trying to say to you is that Peter Fleming was working at Facebook, and he went to the same school as Mark Zuckerberg from Facebook. So, you know, Madonna, Facebook, UPenn, UCLA, everything, you know what? The foundation of what they laid, my parents, it is so profound that if me, myself, and my siblings take time to recognize that and market what they have already done, you know, it is very easy to raise the money for the renovation of Gaisa Inn. It is very easy to raise the money for your groups. It is very easy to raise the money for the salary of you Malawians who are qualified to be leading. You know, there are many of you who have gone to university, are qualified as leaders, but you don't have no jobs. Well, we can create those jobs because we can convince the government here to say that this is the way to help. You know, we can convince the business, we can convince the people, we can convince everybody here. It's just up to you now to believe that I'm showing you the way. You know, so organizing groups of 12, if there's somebody who's responsible for us to send the money at one time, it'll be cool. But still, we are not afraid of the work of organizing all of you individual. We're not afraid of sending the money to you as groups of individual of 12. It's more work for us, but it's okay. We can do it. But try to make it easy for me, okay? Because the money that I'm making, I'm only making by playing on the street. Why do I play on the street? Because if I get a job anywhere, like for example now, I would have been at work. I would not be making this video. You know, I'll be thinking about it. I'll be thinking about making this video, but I will not be making it. So working here in the system, you know, it takes away the time that I can work for this. So all the work that you see me, even when you see me on Facebook, I'm not just posting nonsense. I'm posting because I don't have friends with me. I get bored. So when I'm working hard, I'm thinking, oh, I wish I could talk to somebody. Then I post anything that's on my mind on Facebook. So anytime you see a post on Facebook, don't think I'm being lazy. It's the time that I'm just taking a short break from the hard work. Okay, so that's how it is in reality. You know, the evidence is there, the music is there, the catalog of the music is there, the plans are there, the graphics are there. It is work. So I need you to believe. If you don't believe in the future, then at least believe in the work that I've already done. At least believe in the story that I'm telling you. Okay, so I don't think I'll say anything more on this video, except that I need you to really make a move. And everybody who I've contacted over these last 20-30 years, it is my plan to revisit everything that we talked about and to implement it and to make it happen. They know themselves, they know the plans we've done. Nothing that we've talked about is going to be neglected. We're going to go and revisit everything, from the music, from the organizing, the bands, the venues, everything, and including the people that I've met in South Africa, the people I met in Ethiopia, everybody. We're coming back now to really work, and that's why we're establishing Gaisa Inn CCSR Center, and we are bringing 24 volunteers from Denmark who are going to work in 12 different fields. Okay, so they're coming as 12 by 12, except we need 2 people for each office. So that's why they're 24, okay? It's really 12 by 12, but we double them because I'd like to have 2 opinions on an issue, because we're coming to revisit all the dynamics, we're coming to revisit all the trends that are there, and to look at them and see how we match that with the reality in Denmark, so we can keep finding the funds and the support to support the work that you're doing. So this type of work is very important, and this type of work now is I'm not being subversive. I'm not rising up against my government. It's not against the government. It is not party politics. It is none of those things. It's called Zisakuduse, and the message of Zisakuduse is to the president right down to the beggar. You know, this is beneficial for the president. It is beneficial for the opposition. It is beneficial for the churches. It is beneficial for everybody. That's why we say Zisakuduse, you know. But in terms of, we'll get back to the reason why the chiefs and everything, so you get the structure. Don't let me get lost. In terms of the underpinning, for what I'm doing, like the legitimacy of it. How do I argue for the legitimacy of it? If I was to meet the president, no, I would write to the president. I refer the president to the appeal by the leaders of NEPAD, the African leaders in the NEPAD manifesto from 2001, where they appeal to the people of Africa in chapter 4. I think it is paragraph 55 and 56, but in the entire chapter 4 is an appeal by the leaders to the people of Africa to organize themselves in exactly the way I'm telling you now to organize, these structures of self-organization. So these platforms for public participation that have been developing over the years, those are made for you. When you're done with your permaculture, when you're done with that, then we can introduce these ones to you and you can build careers out of it. So this is the school that I promised a long time ago, back in 2001. And we've been working hard towards it. Most people, they did not understand from then, but I've never lost vision. I've been working like this towards it. And there are many who came, and whoever steps out of line, I just say, get out the way, get out the way. There's many that say, oh yeah, Jimmy, what are you doing? Let me come. I say, yeah, you want to come? Come, let's do this. Then I say, you need to do this, you need to do that. And they don't do it. I say, get out the way. Because I know what I'm going for, you know? So some come for this reason, other come for that reason. And I say, I'm a tengeka. Ngati nzama sowera. Or as though I'm fronting to say, oh, maybe I want to use the music to compete with musicians. Or I don't compete. You know, that's not my thing. You know, I come from privilege. Even before Mr. Anderson came into my picture, I come from privilege. I come from Swati. I come from royalty. So my thing is, if I stayed in school in Denmark, I'll have a good job, doing maybe the same thing that I'm doing, except I'm doing it through music. You understand? So the people, they always think that, okay, I'm trying to make it as a musician or compete with this and this. No. I want to be successful with music, but my dream was always to develop my country. You see, so there are those who say, he's a failure or this and that. But when I go to London, what do you think I'm doing in London? If I go to Belgium, what do you think I'm doing in Belgium? If I go to USA, what do you think I'm doing in USA? If I go to Ethiopia, South Africa, what do you think I'm doing? I'm organizing this program. So I have people in all those places who can support this program in a way that you cannot even believe. But without you organizing there in Malawi, it's not going to work. So Kaesa Inn, if you see how my dad built it, the way he gave each one of those rooms an African name, a country name, you know. There's Mchinji room, there's Senegal room, all those. That's the big vision for Africa. That's the same vision as me walking from Cape to Cairo. It's the same vision. You understand? So there is no conflict there whatsoever. I'm coming in December to set this up. These are the structures, and this is where we're going to have our people meet and develop everything, CCSR, and you're going to be involved, and we are following the appeal of our leaders through NEPAD. That means that our president will also fall in line, our district assembly will fall in line, and our press and our leaders will also fall in line. So now we come to the finishing part of it all. Why did I write to the Queen of Denmark? Because that's the protocol. If you want to do anything at home in Malawi, you go to the chief. If we want to organize our people, we go to their king. Okay, so on behalf of the people of Malawi, on behalf of Zisakuduse, the letter that I wrote to the Queen of Denmark is actually entitled Zisakuduse. So by now, maybe some of you don't know Zisakuduse, but it has reached the palace in Denmark. That word Zisakuduse. I wonder what they did with the letter. Some people say, did she write back? It doesn't matter if she wrote back. The point is Zisakuduse is in the palace here in Denmark. Zisakuduse. Okay? So that's what we say to you. Now, the chiefs, Ambuya Nsimbi, Mbezeni, Gawaundi, the presidents of Zambia, Malawi, everywhere, King Mswati, all of them, they understand the protocol of writing to the Queen of Denmark, and everything falls in line, because this is the way that we do things. For everything we do, there is a way. Okay? So any fight I have with anybody is because I said, no, you're not doing it the right way. It's not that I don't want you to do projects. It's not that I don't want you to even be my leader or on top of it. No, I'm just saying the way you're doing it, my brother, is not the way to do it. So let's do things the right way. Open, clear, democratically for everybody to see. Everybody can understand, and everybody just do your part. Okay? Blessed love. This is Akudus.